Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live stream. Hope y'all have all had a great week. Kyle, kick us off, brother.
What is going on, America and around the world?
Kick us off, brother.
What is... Oh, Lord. Hang on. That can't be me. No, that's not me. That is not me.
I think it's gone.
Okay. Somebody that thinks it's gone might think that it was me. Anyway, welcome
really there in the first place.
Everybody. We are amazingly grateful that y'all are here. Just like every Friday, we are happy to see everybody, and we will cut up with you in the side chat and all that. And oh my God, has it been hot! I let the dog out and I checked my weather app, and it was the real feel was 110. I was like, the hell with that. Come back inside, put on my swimming trunks in the pool. It was great. What's going on with everybody else? Let's go with C-Dick.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. Glad you're here. Good to see everybody in the panel. Had a pretty good week. Really good week, actually. And I got a couple of videos done. Got a couple of videos up. And I did some casting. Did some more casting. I got some more casting to do. So I'm in a happy place. Been good.
I'm in the happy place. We all know what the happy place is.
Hot lead pot. It got hot here today, but it wasn't. It hasn't been. It's been pretty good, pretty decent. Today got almost 100.
Jesus, it's been hotter than hell down here.
Devil went down to Georgia again, brother.
Yeah, and he was looking for a thermometer to steal, so they. Yeah.
How's things going on in Ohio there, Mr. Hot Pot?
Oh, thanks for having me, everybody. Jamie, man, Kyle, I'm with you. It's been so hot here, but I don't have a pool. All I got's a bird bath, so I'm just out there. I'm just there splashing my face in the bird bath.
I'm gonna get in the bird bath.
I got yelled at, Mrs. Hot Shots. Get out of there! It's hot. Nah, been doing some shooting this week, some pistol practice, been working up some new loads with some new projectiles I got for a couple different competition guns.
That's cool. That's cool.
Other than that, man, just trying to get along.
I saw you've been arguing with other people and all that, but it's been enjoyable. Now, who you calling out?
Mr. Mike.
What's up, fellas? Good to see everybody. Thanks for having me. Side chat, as always, you're hopping out there. Thanks for coming in. I put out a video on 243 this week and a little bit of 762 about 39. So go check it out. Some pretty good runs there. As you guys, it's been hot up here too. No less than 95 every day and about 80% humidity. So we're going to hit a cool down this weekend. It's actually going to hit 55 tonight. It's going to feel like snow, but we'll deal with it, and I'll send it over to Mr. Bulldog.
Howdy, y'all. My wife just said to tell everybody hello, and
Hello.
hope everybody's doing good.
Well, hello, Miss Ma'am.
I'm just living the life, living the dream.
One thing I can tell to Michael Hurtnick, who is in the side chat, is, well, hell, if I could open this brand new Zippo, shit.
But,
I like that tobacco. I like it. Does good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're up to 39 already. Let Smith, have you said hello to everybody yet?
What you got, Austin?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've had a pretty good week.
Hello,
Man, it's been hot. Yeah, so there's no joke. Folks, be careful out in this heat. I got to enjoy myself a little bit last weekend. This past Sunday, I had kind of an unexpected opportunity to go to a range with a buddy of mine. And I had about, maybe a good hour and a half to prepare. So I decided, whoa, I've got some powder coated 7.62 by 3.9 bullets, and I've got a scope for my Ruger 44 Super Red Hawk. We talked about that the Friday before last about scope and revolver. So I said, I'm going to try this out. So I went ahead and I loaded up some of the bullets for 7.62 by 3.9 that I'd powder coated in my video, which some of y'all probably saw. And I didn't have any time for like load development or anything like that. So I just took those, went with my regular load, and tell you what, results are extremely promising. There is zero lead fouling that I can detect without a bore scope in that rifle, which I'm super excited about. Now, of course, that powder coating did add 1/1000th of an inch. So we got to figure there's more going on than just powder coating because the size of the bullet is a tad larger. Regardless, I'm still liking it. And I really had a good time shooting that scoped revolver. I tried it a good long while ago, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't jiving. So I just quit using it, decided to try it again. And I tell you what, I was real happy with what I got from it. Our live stream the Friday before last, we talked a lot about this subject, so it got me thinking about it. And one of the common comments was that obviously a scope does not make a gun more accurate. It does not make a shooter more accurate. However, what I did notice was the crosshairs of that scope were able to tell me every little bit of what I may be doing wrong or doing right. So that was a really good experience just for marksmanship training purposes. So, hey, I really appreciate that chat we had then, and it put a bug in my ear, and I think I'm going to be shooting scope revolvers a little bit more often.
Yeah, the magnified optics is a broad term.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking about the same thing with my 44. I wish I would have got the one that's drilled for the optics, but I can make that happen. It's not a problem.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'll show you a little bit. From about 25 yards, I was pretty happy with this right here. I was shooting 5-shot groups, and
Heck yeah.
now I've done this, without any kind of optic. Of course, sometimes I shoot like this. Sometimes I shoot a little better. But this is a gun that I shoot very seldomly. It's a big, heavy Red Hawk, and I tend to prefer my 44 specials coming from a 44 special. And obviously, the scope was another factor, a different way of shooting. So I kind of took that target and I said, I think there's a lot of promise here. I need to work with this a little bit more. So kind of nice to run across something new and just kind of find a whole new avenue to run down.
Very cool, man. Very cool. And we'll go through the side chat. Did we miss anybody? Did everybody said hello now?
I
I
think
don't
so.
think you did.
Buddy.
What
Your
about
turn.
you?
I don't count, man. I'm just ignore the guy behind the curtain, okay?
Oh, yo, come on, Mr. Oz, step out.
The great and powerful Jamie.
What'd you do all week, Jamie? Anything going on?
Not shooting or reloading or anything. I've got a 5-gallon bucket almost full of clip-on wheel weights that I need to smelt down. I need to go down to Kyle's house and us cast up a bunch of 44 stuff with all of these molds that I have acquired pretty quickly.
Well,
Thanks
let's
to
do
C9.
it. Let's do it tomorrow, sir. I'm angelless tonight and tomorrow morning until probably mid afternoon. So that works out great. We don't have to worry about the women folk being here.
I'm in the same boat, brother.
Come on down.
Myself for a week.
Oh,
Mine's
and
going to California in a week. She'll be gone for 2 weeks. Peace.
Oh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Deuces.
2 weeks.
Get out of
Peace.
here.
2 weeks. Peace.
party at Mock's house.
Mom, Mark's will be running around the country.
Dave, we're going to get into that in just a minute. I thought we might expand on our topic from last week about reloading bottleneck cartridges, but kind of delve off into the different aspects of that and purpose-built ammunition, if you will, if that makes any sense. As far as one of the common lines that we say on here a lot, and that we hear a lot in the community is, what kind of gun do I want to buy, or what kind of ammo should I buy, or what kind of ammo should I build? Seems like the most common byline is, what are you going to do with it? What are your goals? And I, for one, don't know that if you set goals, you're going to hit them every time. Probably not. But I can tell you one thing for sure is, if you don't set goals, you're not going to hit them.
You never reach them.
If you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes, sir.
So,
wow, why am I so magnified here? Hang on a minute.
And Andy got a new gun, 300 Blackout.
Nice.
Cool, Andy. Congratulations, buddy.
Welcome to the fold.
I got 2 of them. One wasn't enough. I had to have 2.
Me too. Pistol and a rifle.
Got a 16 and a 10.5.
I just got one. I got one hidden in the Ford Fusion. If y'all want to figure out where it's at, y'all done messed up. I mean, what I'm saying is, the only reason I'm going to go to it is because I need it, and y'all have had a bad day. Because it is extremely accurate, and
I don't own a 300 Blackout, but I have reloaded some for a buddy of mine from work, because he gave me his upper and told me I could keep it till I got done with it. That's the only way I'm making anybody any ammunition. They give me their gun for a while, and I test what I make. But I was shocked by the inherent accuracy of that particular round, or that gun, or whatever. It was just a Bear Creek Arsenal upper, so it ain't like super expensive. I know nothing's cheap right now.
Well, no. I got a PSA upper on my 10.5, and I took it out and I put that new Fiat red dot on it. Very nice. Wow. Wow. Great. Mrs. Hotshot's trying to grab the target. I shot it out at 25 yards. I benched it 25 yards with it. Just, yeah, give me that. And I covered it up with some other. Covered them up with some pasties, but that one right there. Well, yeah, we got pasters. So I'm cheapo, man. I reuse my targets, but it was right here. This group here was what I hit 25 yards was with that, just using a dot, and that was with my reloads, 230 grain cast. So at 25 yards, I can give somebody a bad day.
Well, you think about that too. If somebody's beyond 25 yards of you, are they really a threat? I mean,
well, could be. Depends on what they have in their hands.
Unless they're shooting at you, You know,
Yep.
Right.
then everybody's a threat.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
Yeah. But I got that small of a group out of that with just hand cast in that 10.5. So I'm happy with it.
I don't know about y'all, but Mr. Pollard, I'm telling you, I love me some H110. I really like that.
Hey, there's that crazy guy Chapin from Michigan up there in the chat.
And that CFE black worked real nice.
Hey, Mr. Chafin, how you doing?
That crazy guy.
And Shooter's World has a blackout powder as well. I've not
Yes.
used it, but have
The
you
I don't-
used
Shooter's
it?
World
Works
Blackout.
great.
I have
Well,
not seen
yes,
that
it works
powder
fantastic.
anywhere near me. No Shooter's World.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen that name on any shelf.
Uh, I'm telling you,
Glad to hear that.
it's good stuff, and it was like cheap, and then
Yeah, it
everything went sideways, and
used to be like $24 a pound, and then now it's up there 32 or 34. I don't know.
Yeah, but everything's 30 something a pound.
Yeah.
I was buying Shooter's World Clean Shot, which is very much similar to Tight Group, for 19 bucks a pound.
Yeah. It's like Power Pistol. If you're familiar with that line, it was fantastic powder, and it was pretty cheap. Now it's not. I'm just glad that everybody thought I was crazy when I bought all the gunpowder that I did. I got plenty. Now I can start setting off howitzers if I want to. I got to come up with the electrical part though. It's weird.
I
So
just touch the back of it with a extension cord.
Little duct tape, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
So, Leadsmith, are you and me the only one in here that don't own a 300 blackout?
Man, I would love to own a 300 blackout.
I might do what Andy did, save up for a couple of months and get me one of them BCA uppers. Dave here says people have different goals and have different expectations, and they find out on a deeper level that their goal produces their own goals. So,
Very well
in
stated.
other words, when you start down a rabbit hole, it ain't long to figure out, you know, I can do this, this, and this, even though I was trying to do that. So, yeah, it's a learning experience for sure. And Rebel put this up, and I really would like to get myself a bolt gun and 350 Legend, particularly after talking to CW and Rebel about stuff like that. And Andy got the Bear Creek 16-inch with the rear charging handle was the best price. And maybe we ought to talk about those slick-sided receivers that we see so much of. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that because I'm not dug into it like I should. Have y'all heard about Lake City not selling for commercial use anymore?
Yeah, I heard 30% of it is already wiped out.
What I heard was that 30% of the 223 556 ammo in the civilian market comes from Lake City. So
But
if they
I
quit,
heard that 30% of it was gone.
Legally armed. He's from Louisiana, and he did a bunch of calling and investigating, and everybody that he talked to said, "Nope, that's not a thing." But given what they, that's not a thing at this point. But given that, that statement, we seem to feel that it might be something that's going to happen. But at present, they haven't stopped selling or producing anything for the civilian market.
They can make anything to something with a sentence. So it's not really. I mean, does that make sense? You can turn
Okay.
anything into something with a sentence.
Ocean likes his side charger.
I had a side Charger 300 blackout. I ended up trading it for a couple other things, but so I missed it so bad I had to build another one. Now I got the rear charger and I got a can on it too, and I got that Geisley charging handle, four suppressors, and there's no gas back in my face. That
Yeah.
Geisley works really good.
That's pretty cool.
What I've got on my 300 blackouts is I use my tri-lug with my Wolfman, and I can swap it back and forth between my 9mm subguns and my 300 blackout. Makes it real quick and quiet.
This, it seemed like a couple of 3 weeks ago, we were talking, or we were hearing that the Army was going to reopen their ammunition production facilities. And now we're hearing this. Is this the answer to keep the Army from having to reopen and retool those plants?
I don't think so.
You think they're going to do that too?
I think they're going to do that.
Yeah, but with our government, you think of the wildest, most outlandish thing you wouldn't do, and they're going to do it.
So, just to change the topic up for a minute, we got, and I'll run through the side chat here in a minute, but Walter's out there, and it's good to see a video from him today and see him up moving around. Hope you feel better. We're praying for a speedy and complete recovery, Mr. Walter. We miss you, buddy. And High Boy's out there. There's AR. So should I just go ahead and go through the side chat?
You're doing it.
Sounds like y'all are not saying a whole lot right at the minute. So let me go all the way back up to the top here. All right, Tactical FUD CW is in the panel and the side chat. Reloading from the Hot Pipe is in the panel and the side chat. Some guy named JH586. Have y'all not booted that character yet? Andy 79Z28, Pony 47. Tactical FUD, what's up, my brother? Reloader 762, hey man. Chris from the 740. I sent Chris a link after I seen him in the side chat and realized he's probably still on his honeymoon. He's probably got a lot better things to do than sit around and talk to us. Edward Petty's out there. Thorzax. MacMan 039 reloading. Jason Stewart, what's happening, buddy? Chris 338. Mr. Pollard's out there. Mike Hester, the Rebels out there. Fuzz T Fork 8.
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all didn't want to hear that. That's just my pretty much Yankee neighbor complaining.
MCK is in the panel and the side chat. DWD37 made a contribution to the giveaway to the Bulletman Fundraiser. BPJ, welcome in. Andre D'Angelo, Miss Kitty, hello. Uh, don't let your pork shoulder run, Vanessa. Michael Hurtneck's out there. 67 Rebel SST AMC, Walter Bunning, trees are blowing. Oh, one guy.
I'm glad Michael Hurtneck's out there because I really do appreciate everything he's done for me.
Tim S. is out there. Rollis Carvelis. Kyle.
Where?
Uh, Kyle's in the side chat. He told me that he used to go by Crier. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. Yes.
Kyer. Yeah.
Kyer.
Yeah.
I hope I ain't missing anybody. There's Trees again. Frank Fallon stopped in to say hey to CW.
Are the trees blowing? Is what I
There's Ocean 374. Tread is out there. He's probably finished eating supper by now, slow as I read, slow as I can scroll. Walks Fletcher. Trying to be careful not to miss anybody. Glenn Davis, what's up, buddy? Welcome here.
Everybody's welcome here.
There's 6-year Texan. Did I say him already?
Mario.
I believe so.
There's Mario.
Mario, we got to do it. We got to do it, everybody.
Well, you got to wait till I finish doing this. There's Thoughts of an Old Soldier. And I think I'm about done. William C. Chapin's out there. Hasbro, what's happening, buddy?
Old Soldier's been spending a lot of quality time with his grandkids, and I love that. That warms my heart.
Daniel God is my judge. 76 High Boy Reloading, welcome in, buddy.
Yes, sir.
There's that MCK dude again.
That MCK guy, you can't depend on him.
There's
He
AR
he
Gun.
shows up every now and then and just randomly type stuff.
AR Gun 1776. Andre D'Angelo, Big E, and it just skipped about. Oh, it booted me back up. Yeah. Okay.
Pony 47.
Pony 47's out there too. And I think we're up to date, and which it is Mario's out there, so are y'all ready?
Shall we do this?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Hey!
Hey,
Wait a minute.
fire when
10 Man popped in. Hey, 10 Man.
What's up, Tim Dude?
Shoot, man. Let us see your question.
Let's have it, brother. We had to throw the hay in there. You know, everybody needs to.
Andy, Fuzz, I think Chico snuck off from work with that Ford Lightning truck, and he's taking a trip around.
You damn right he did. Hell, he may still be on the run.
Looking for the next charging station, ain't he?
Ain't that
Looking
scary
for
to
the next-
y'all?
Looking for the next plug-in.
You know, I know we
I don't
don't do
blame him. I would be
politics.
too.
Let me run this by y'all. Just a thought. And this is political. We're going to be real quick with this. What can y'all imagine the Democrats causing all this catastrophe in America right now? They really think that they are going to be looked back on as heroes after all the fossil fuels are stopped using and we're getting used to the electric vehicles and everything else. I think they really believe that.
I think they're stupid, and within 3 years they're going to be like, "Oh, maybe that wasn't a good idea," and they're going to come up with something else. But that's my opinion. We don't do political here. Trust me, y'all don't want to know my political opinion. I don't want to know y'all's. So
I don't think the electric
no,
can handle
no.
it.
Here's my political opinion right here. That's my political opinion.
Everybody's saying they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, they don't make them right now. I think they're in flux. I don't know if they were sold again. What's going on with them? But it's not the Contender anymore anyway. It's the G2 would have been the only one that you could have gotten. The Contender itself was stopped a long time ago. They come with that G2 version.
What's going on with Kyle?
Yeah, I've got my Contender and my Encore.
But there's a lot of used ones floating around. There's Idaho Rogers.
Number 5.
What y'all don't understand is I'm walking around my kitchen in my underwear with a t-shirt on. And my chicken pot pie is overflowing in the toaster oven.
At least it's not overflowing on your legs.
Yeah.
He's got a valid
Please
point.
hold. Please hold. We might see it live on video.
Bless you.
Oh, shit. Nice pliers.
All right, so somebody else is picking that ball up and going to run with it. Is that what we're seeing? I wouldn't mind having an Encore Pro Hunter or something like that you could get different barrels for. And
Oh, if somebody else is running that, yeah, you're right. If somebody else grabs that ball and runs with it, I'll be all over it.
Was your ears burning, Chico? What's going on, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was talking about me.
Figured you was westbound in that Lightning Ford.
Nah, man, they don't want to let me drive it no more.
Ah,
Would you run it out of electricity?
He said they just let me drive it down to the square. I had to take it back.
'Cause I put my foot in it when I drive it.
Damn it, man! How was it?
I did.
They nice, man. They nice, but they expensive.
Yeah,
I did that to my Ranger over the other day, and it didn't like it.
I know.
Man, that truck looked pretty damn slick. I ain't gonna lie. Woo.
Yeah, that they've been letting a lot of people drive it to see what it really do, and they was like, take this guy down the street in it. He was grabbing the door handles and everything because I put it in the seat. He probably
Just
told them, I don't care.
Let me drive it. I'll give him a full report. How about that? Interstate, highway.
Everybody doing all right though?
Yeah, man, we're
Yes,
doing
sir.
good, man. How you doing? How's Carter doing?
Oh, he's good, man. Thanks for asking. We're good, man.
Man, you need to bring Carter up here. I'm spending all this money to keep his pool ready to swim in. We need some people to swim in it. Come on.
Man, I need an electric vehicle to come up that way, man. The gas prices is killing me.
We finally
Hell,
got below
I'll
$5.
give you $5 just so I can see the smile on Carter's face. I'll give you $5, which I know ain't much. That's what, 1 gallon. mm. But yeah, seriously, y'all come on up.
We'll have to do that soon, brother.
Just let me know. Just give me a call.
Definitely, I will, man.
Yes,
You got
sir.
Led Smith and Sergeant Bulldog and Hot Pot CW. How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man, we're
Side
good.
chat.
How you down there?
I'm doing
Good.
great, man.
You
Good to see
staying
y'all.
cool, Chico?
Oh, I'm trying.
The
Been
gang's
brewing.
all here, buddy.
Hell, you're doing a great job, brother. Ooh.
So that brings us back to our topic, talking about the Thompson Center and SSK, JD Jones. I don't know anything about those, but I'll study up on them. But I think it's an interesting concept to have those products so precise that you can swap barrels like that, and which takes us to the different types of reloading that we would do. You know, as far as you're reloading it for a lever action, you're reloading it for a semi-auto, you reloading for a bolt gun or one of those single shot barrels. There's a lot of, you know, single shots like that can be deadly accurate, extremely accurate at times. But one aspect that takes away is you don't have to worry about magazine length, right?
Yep.
That was an open door. You don't have to sit there and shake your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less moving parts a lot of times can contribute to a little bit better accuracy, I would think.
Well,
So,
I've got my Encore in 50 cal muzzle and 308, and people are like, "Well, you know, what do you have to do if you miss?" It's like, "Well, just don't miss. You know, take your time, shoot what what you're aiming at, and all you need is that one shot."
The stupidest Encore that I ever shot was a 7 rim mag. I pulled the trigger and handed it back to the guy and said, "Who the hell would build this?" It was a pistol.
I had a 30 Herrick barrel for my Contender, but the 223 barrel that I have, it's a bruiser. You can shoot a full powered load out of it. 44 just kind of doesn't do a whole hell of a lot, but that 223, everybody that shoots it goes, man, it's hurt.
Yeah, but a 7 rim mag out of a 7-inch barrel.
Well,
like, this is stupid. Why would you even own this? I can't think of a good reason. I really can't.
just cause.
Yeah,
America.
just cause. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Idaho only owned one drop-in trigger, and it's not a two-stage. It's the Rise Armament RA 140. Uh, but on Echo's channel, a couple of guys were talking about uh,
LaRue.
PSA, the LaRue and the PSA two-stage triggers.
The
Those
missing LaRue.
LaRue triggers are awesome. That it's not a drop in. It's a mil spec style, but it's a dynamite trigger.
There you go. Rock River they make good stuff, but they like it. Sometimes I think they like it so much they don't care if they sell it or not. You know,
Right.
that's a
Those
joke.
JD calibers, JD Jones calibers in the Contenders, they can put a wallop on you. So they're not afraid of powder. The worst one I ever shot was Thompson come out with that 12-inch barrel with the compensator on it in a 4570 with some heavy 4570 load. That was the most recoil handgun I ever fired. It twists when you shoot it.
Dog.
There was a 400 grain bullet that did almost 2,000 in a rifle. That was the load.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about it in a pistol.
No, I was, but the load, if you fired in a rifle, it would have been 400 grains at 2,000 feet per second.
Still painful any which way you look at it.
Yeah,
It hurts just thinking about it.
it's a lot of recoil.
I'm sorry, guys. The dog was in my way.
So tell us a little bit more about the JD Jones.
He makes a series of cartridges based on a couple of different readily available cases, and they start down small and they go all the way up to the big one everybody knows about is the 375 JDJ. But he makes a whole bunch of them, 35s and 30s and 25s and 7 millimeters. A whole series.
Excuse me, sir. What did you just call that caliber? 35 what?
He makes 35s. I don't know what you mean.
No, what you just said.
I don't know.
And the only reason that I find that humorous is we've got a guy at work. He goes by JD. Did you just say JDJ?
Yeah. Jefferson Davis Jones. I don't know if that's his name, but it's Jones is his last name.
Do me a favor. Email me that because that is going to be golden around the breakfast table on Monday morning. JDJ, because Eaton Transmission striked his name as JD, JAYDEE instead of JD.
That sounds like an awesome cartridge right there, Jake.
Yeah. I had one of them
Yeah,
for. I had one of them for a while, very short while. No particular reason. I kind of liked the idea about it, but when I got it, I didn't even know it existed. I was looking for a Harriet, and that's what the guy handed me. And then I realized that it wasn't a Harriet. It was too big a hole in the breech end. Because that 444 case is a whole lot bigger than the 3030 case.
You gotta hate that breech end.
But there's some really nice calibers. They did a real neat line of Wildcats and Contenders from the custom shop.
Yeah, I give up. I can't keep up with y'all. That's an interesting concept, though, man.
Contenders are really neat. They're just single shots, but they're really neat. They shoot pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're
Carbine
extremely neat. I'm pissed they don't build them anymore.
You know, there's a lot of
they-
them in the market.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Firearm pistol doodads.
So there's a lot of controversy with them because they could be a pistol and a rifle.
Well, I mean, a 7 mag pistol. Who the hell needs that? But I
Somebody,
have shot one, and let me tell you, uncomfortable.
It wasn't a Contender. It could have been possibly an Encore, but it wasn't a Contender. Contenders are limited to 40,
Encore. I think that's what
45,000
it was. Yeah, Encore.
Yeah,
It
I
was like
want
that 7-inch barrel. Oh my God, it hurt so bad.
They had
I'm like,
some
why
really
do you
nice.
even have this? He goes, that way
To make
can
you
shoot
feel
it.
like a weenie.
That way you could shoot it. And I'm like, oh God.
They made some really nice octagon barrels and a whole series of calibers.
Oh yeah. Gorgeous barrel.
The Spectre. That's ringing a bell, but I'm drawing a blank.
That would be a C-30 gunship, a C-130 gunship.
No. Leave a
AC-130.
C-130 out of it. No.
CW got a question there from Rebel.
Yeah, it rings a bell, but I'm drawing a blank.
He's thinking 375 Spectre. There's Tex I can. Welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Jamie, at one point, I'm going to have to tell you how to say his name. He's a Texican.
Texican. Tex, I can.
You just
I
never know
understand
when to run into a T-Rex.
Nah, it happens.
I just
Jamie, I have to tell you, we are in the presence of a not local. Ricky Baird is actually in my hometown right now.
That's right, Pony. The 338 Spectre. That's that.
That's what it is.
Is it a 30 Remington? I think it's a 30 Remington case.
what
It's a 30 Remington case he uses.
on Echo's chat they were talking about the 8.6 blackout.
Yeah.
What
That's
would be the difference between the 338 Spectre and that particular thing?
I think the Spectre's a lot smaller.
Is it?
I think the 8.6 is on a Creedmoor case, if I'm not mistaken. 6.5 Creedmoor. And the Spectre, I believe the Spectre 338 is on the 30 Remington case. So it's a
Hello.
lot smaller.
Okay.
Somebody's butt dialing somebody.
I think we're all hearing the ringing in Kyle's head.
If you would like to extend your car's warranty,
I got to say this to Kyle, man. You know, when you're burning your pot pie in the toaster oven and then spilling it on yourself and then trying to eat it too hot, do you miss the woman?
Hey, I done ate one. I'm heating up another one. That's all right.
Yeah,
I bought
Glenn.
them when
Yeah,
they
that
were
makes sense.
59 cents, not $1.29.
Let me tell you, Kyle's got a dog like mine. You drop a chicken pot pie, it ain't gonna hit the floor before they got it.
Don't give a damn how hot it is. Hell, she's laying right here. She is no crap 3 feet away from me, just laying on the floor going, when we going to bed? She's a good girl. Jamie knows it.
We got a house full out there. We want to welcome everybody in. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Come on in, children. Come on in.
Wow, 63. That's
wow.
Really good.
Hell, that's awesome. Come on in, children. Come on
Hello,
in.
Mark.
I thought I was doing good trying to call Ricky back saying, hey, I know you ain't from around here. You want to get dinner? He won't answer. He's
Well-
busy. I know he's busy.
Well,
I know
when
what he's
you
doing.
when you're on the live stream, though, I think you need to pay attention to the folks that come in to see you, man. Ricky will be
Yeah.
on when he can.
Hey guys,
So,
I got to drop out. My wife just called me. She's got a flat tire, so
oh,
I got
Oh.
to go take care of it for.
Yeah, gotta put your cape on.
Dun, 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 dun. All
See
right,
you, buddy.
Be safe.
later, guys.
thanks for
I
being
can
here.
imagine
Paul.
seeing you with
I'll
a
be
cape
listening.
on, but you need one. Carry on,
See you
sir.
soon.
Yes, sir.
So, thank y'all, guys. We appreciate you. Um, so, back to our topic. Idaho's in Austin. Pretty cool. See, I'm
No,
afraid to
Idaho's
go.
in Idaho.
That ain't what the man said.
Wait a minute. I must have missed something. Please hold.
There you go. I like a good chicken pot pie. Those Marie Callender's. So,
I ain't even got one of them good ones. I got one of the cheap ass bastards.
I know. I know that Chico, CW, and Gene Hotpot. I know all of y'all reload for competition shooting, particularly handgun stuff. Y'all want to elaborate on that a little bit?
As far as
Yeah, what?
differences
As far as what? Like how we reload for just cycling the action? Or
Just
do
say
you want to
3.4 grains of tight grip.
or do you want to reload to be able to knock down steel at 25 yards at the same time?
See, that's what people. That's what new reloaders need to understand, particularly a new reloader who's thinking about doing competition shooting. That's kind of what we want to talk about.
Well, me for competition shooting, I always chronograph my loads that I'm going to be using. I want to make sure they make power factor because power factor equals steel down at 20, 25 yards.
Right.
If you're under your power factors, you're just going to hit it all day long and it's not going anywhere. Planking loads for the range, I try to use it the same or just a little hotter for the range because of practice. Because being able to learn to tame the recoil, and then once you put the lower power factor in, it's like it's just shooting puffs comparatively. So I practice.
we used to. I haven't done it now in over a year because of COVID and my knee, but we used to see an influx of new shooters come into the matches, and we did all steel matches. Everything was steel, whether it was rigid or topple, and static or topple. And we constantly get complaints from these guys because their ammo couldn't knock over the plates because they're tuning their guns to be lightest recoil for speed because they're just punching holes in paper, getting their zone hits. And when you go over to steel, you need to have enough oomph in your caliber to be able to because just hitting it doesn't work. You got to knock it over.
Facts.
Go for dang,
That
but
is
if it doesn't
facts.
move, then you have a problem.
So that's balance. So I've been using bullseye. I got a hold of 8 pounds above it, so I've just been burning it up. Like 3 grains of bullseye will not knock a piece of steel down at 10 yards. It'll just look at you. You put 3.3 and it'll knock it down, but not fast enough to know that you got it to move on.
Mhm.
But now you go 3.6, boom, boom, boom. I mean, everything's down.
What
And you don't
caliber?
have to look back. 9 millimeter.
Okay.
Using 125, 127 grain cast.
And hot pot, are you running so what power factor are you shooting? Are you shooting minor 9mm or major?
I'm shooting minor.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have my open gun yet. It is.
So
It is coming.
10 man, yes sir. I appreciate it, brother. It did, man. It just I got it yesterday, but so I just shoot minor, but like CW and Hot Pot said, sometimes that steel at 25 yards, you can't knock it down. The only way I think you can knock it down, you got to hit it at the right spot. But I've got a video on one of my match footage. I was tearing that steel up, and I had to hit it. Like so they call calling your shots. I seen that I hit it. I heard that I hit it, but I had already transitioned to the next target. But when I look back, the target was still standing. So, I lost time on that. So I may bump my load up a little bit.
Yeah, well, USPSA targets are supposed to be calibrated for a 22 long rifle at 10 yards to knock it over.
I don't know. Some of them are heavy, man.
Well,
some of them my match be heavy.
Yeah, well, regardless of size, they're supposed to be calibrated for a 22 long rifle at 10 yards.
Right.
To knock it
We
down.
never did that because a lot of our guys are shooting 45s and 40s, and I was shooting a 10 millimeter for a couple years there, or for one season, and the target goes down and comes right back up. And there was more of us shooting the major calibers than there was anybody shooting anything light. So that's the way we set the plates.
Yeah.
Well, so any factory load would knock it over. Even 380s would knock it over. But
yeah.
Factory.
Yeah, that's just standard settings in USPSA now.
Yeah, we weren't. There was no prizes. There was no trophies. Just bragging rights. So that's what we told everybody. You don't like it, beat feet and go shoot somewhere else. You're paying $20 to shoot. Have a good time. We're not resetting our targets for you. They're set for factory ammunition, and if you're shooting stuff that's so light because you want faster times, and that's on you. Use it for practice, and deal with what it is.
Yeah, Chris talking about the power factors. Well, if you're shooting a 40 or a 10 millimeter, you don't have to worry about power factor.
Yeah, there's no power factors in those.
Well, we got a question from Johnny 1982, which I put on the screen, which is what he's responding to.
Let's see, the major and minor. The minor power factor is the formulation is the bullet weight and the feet per second. So that's what generates your power factor. Minor power factor would be 120, and then major power factor is 165. So you got this wide range in between, and the power factors, major power factor scores better than minor power factor does for shooting a heavier load.
And what that has to do with, I got enough, I think I figured this out, is the theory is the major power factor, the follow-up shots take longer because of the recoil of the weapon.
But on the other side of it, have you seen an open race gun, Jamie, that shoots 9 major or 38 super? Have you seen one of these?
Yeah, there's no way there's any recoil in them things.
No, and you're shooting major power factor out of that, and there's little to no recoil out of those guns. So,
but then again, those guns are built to, for 9 millimeter to take that major power factor.
Yes, they are. But I think that's like that's on the edge of cheating, bringing one of those fancy race guns that shoot flatter than your 22 does.
Yeah, that's true, man. Some of those things are.
But you're still scoring better with it.
When I was shooting really active, I think it was tight group I was shooting with my 40, and I was recoiling less than the guy shooting 9 millimeters with a 40, 180 grain bullet.
Mm-hmm.
My own cast.
And you're scoring better.
Zero issues knocking plates over.
Right. 40s is a good round.
If I hit it, it was going over.
Well, I've got mine set. I'm running right around 126 power factor, and that'll knock a steel plate down at 25 yards.
Yep.
Well, not to let y'all off the hook or keep you on the spot so long, something I think me and Led Smith and maybe Mock might be slightly more interested in is, and I've never done this, but bowling pin matches. I've heard y'all talk about them. I've heard CW talking about them. Now, it looks to me like it would take more to topple a bowling pin, and you have to have a more precise shot than even
It's
steel and certain.
usually not just topple it too; it's off the table, and that's the key. Because nines or 380s or 32s, you think they're great because there's no recoil, pop, 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 but you got to clear the table. So you might be able to knock it over faster than the guy with a 45 or a 357 or something. You're not going to get it off the table, but you hit it centered with one of the bigger calibers, it's scooting right off the table with one shot, not three or four. So there's
Yeah, but precision shots
Yeah.
is the game there. Because if you hit just off center, you may just spin that. You
you
may
just spin
spin
it,
it.
yeah, or lay it over on its side. You still got to get it off the table.
But I'll tell you what, when they're actually done being shot and they start falling apart, I like to throw them in the trunk because man, you break them apart and they're full of bullets.
That sounds fun. I'd grab the sub 2000 with that little red dot and smoke it.
That thing is, yeah, that
We have
thing.
we have a bowling pin match between another club, and at our club we do the bowling pins, and at
Good night,
their
Julio.
club we do steel plates. So
Nice.
we get to do both. Every other week we go back and forth, and so far, my club's on the win.
Bowling pins are a lot of fun, but you gotta get a source for your pins because they do wear out.
Yeah.
The plates they do wear out, but they last a whole lot longer.
Yeah, they wear out after you shoot them.
Good night, Ocean. Have a good weekend, buddy. Hope we see you again soon.
Night, Julio. Good to see you, buddy.
Bowling
Sam,
pins are
thank
bowling pins are a blast to shoot, and you can usually go to your local bowling alley and ask them. That's how I got 2 boxes of them by walking into a local bowling alley, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got boxes in the back. We're just going. Do you want them?" Yeah,
Heck yeah.
heck
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's
Y'all
awesome.
hear me, sometimes y'all hear me mention my side hustle. Well, I do some video game repair for the guy that owns both of the bowling alleys here in town. So I guarantee you I can get all the bowling pins I can haul away from the place.
I would definitely get them then. I
Uh,
mean, maybe
deal.
make you a little stand or something and set it up, and start your draw time on that. Your first shot, and if you can start hitting bowling pins at 10 yards,
Jamie,
with a second time within 1
Jamie,
second from your draw
I
to
got a
hit, you're
place.
doing great.
I got a place where we can shoot anything you want at whatever distance you want.
I hear you, man.
So,
So,
snag some bowling pins. I think that'll be fun.
dang, man, that would even be fun to shoot with a rifle, a scoped rifle at like 200 yards. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm saying. I got 250, 350, maybe 400 if we play with it.
So let me ask, do they set up the bowling pins and rack them up the same way they are at the bowling alley?
No, we're not
Same
looking for a
concept?
7-10 split. We're just looking to hit a bowling pin.
Yeah, there is no spare.
Uh,
I like the way you put that.
They're usually a foot and a half or so apart, so they don't tip over, hit the other one. There's usually like 5 of them on a table.
hey, will they put up little rubber buggy bumpers for me?
Well, if we're gonna go full on bowling, I'm using a 50 cal. But I can take out one pin at 300 yards, maybe 1,000 yards with a 308. So I'm, it depends on what game we want to play.
So, James Pugh, what he's talking about's not at his house. I wish it was, but we have to drive hour and a half to get down there.
Oh well, I'm trying to look. Hang on.
It don't matter, but I just think that would be fun. I think that would be, just set some bowling pins up at 100 yards and see how well your rifle shoots. Right?
Oh, that'd be great. I would love to do that, Jamie. If you can find the time, I know you're busy. I would love to set up some bowling pins at 250 yards and we just bang them out.
I wish Dave was still out there. He could tell us all about those. So the trick is, CW, you set them far enough apart so that if you knock one over and don't knock it off the table, it won't knock the other ones over.
So it's less likely to, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hold of Scott from Kentucky Ballistics and borrow one of his elephant guns. We'll just knock them down once and be done.
Exactly. One of them 460 Rigby's or something. Yeah.
Might have a lead on
I don't know what the official bowling pin shooting thing is, but I'd like to set them up at 250 yards, 500 yards, 1,000 yards. Let's have fun.
There's
I
Mr.
think that we
Pollard.
could all have some fun with that.
Drew Bradley had a good question. EW.
Let me find him.
I'm looking.
I know some clubs will have limits based on the brass, based on the targets they buy, based on their steel. Because the big Magnum stuff does beat up stuff. It breaks welds. It breaks up the equipment.
Oh yeah.
They don't like you shooting the big.
I've destroyed several steel targets with high-powered rifles. Yeah, some of them are just not made to handle it. But a bowling pin, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a bowling pin. Shoot a bowling pin.
Yeah, they make them every day, and they're already beat up with what they go through at a bowling alley.
Right. They already had the crap beat out of them. We're just trying to end it.
The plates can get bent, and they start throwing ricochets. So
it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, they don't like to do.
At 250 yards away, I ain't worried about a ricochet.
Chico, have you ever shot bowling pin matches?
No, I haven't. But I think I'm part of a group somewhere on Facebook that I think those are kind of far away from me. But I'd like to.
I haven't shot them, but I'd like to.
I'll do a video on our next match. I'll do a video on our next match, or bowling pin match. It'll be next month, but I'll get one up on it.
Battle scars.
You see my head?
Oh,
he's turned into the Terminator.
That's why you wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
That was slippery in my forehead.
Should have wore a helmet, not glasses.
So how big is the table? Is it just like a standard table, or is it like?
We have a purpose-built rack.
Okay.
That has deflectors. If you shoot low, it has the deflectors on it like a plate rack does. So we have a purpose-built rack for the bowling pins.
Well, Jamie, if you can get a hold of some bowling pins, I'm pretty sure I can convince Mark and a couple of other people to come down, including everybody that's on the panel. And, well, I don't know about CW. He's a little bit up there. But that would be funner than crap to just sit out there and start blasting bowling pins.
How many does one bowling pin normally handle? Say of a standard 45 ACP 230 grainer.
At 10 yards, a lot.
Really?
They're pretty durable.
You would not believe how tough a bowling pin is.
And they're hardwood.
You're going to get destroyed every met.
They're hardwood, 3/4 inch pieces of hardwood, all layered and checkered. It looks like a herringbone. You know,
I don't have a problem shooting them at 100 yards with the 45. I actually have been kicked off a couple of ranges because I'll take my Colt and shoot clay pigeons on the rifle range. No pistols on the rifle range. I'm like, why? You can have rifles on the pistol range.
I hit
I
a
don't
steel
understand.
plate.
You just mad because I'm a better shot than you are.
I hit a diamond steel plate at 100 yards yesterday on the rifle range with a pistol.
Oh, they flip out about that. I don't understand that one.
Oh, not
But
my club.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
can
no,
hit it, if you can hit it, bring it over.
yeah. I have been escorted away from a place that I paid money to be at. I'm a member there, and they escorted me away. And I was like, okay, well, first thing you're gonna do is calm the hell down, and I'm gonna put my stuff back in my cases, and then I'm gonna go to my car. You know, if you want to be this way, that's fine. I will not renew my membership. And I didn't. But I don't I got a place where we don't need a membership.
Okay, it's a 4x8 table. You got to knock 4 of them down. Is that right? Four. And
4
Magnum and 45 class has to knock the pin 4 feet off the table.
Well, Jamie, I got something on order or slash layaway that'll make sure that'll happen. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody in the side chat.
James Pollard says 5 pins. Our bowling pin match is 10 pins and a start plate and a stop plate. So you have to hit a popper first on the ground, then transition up to the other 10 pins, do a mag change before you hit the last stop plate.
You
I
know
knew there
something?
was a thing to it, but I've got something coming that will just handle it.
I
When you
think
see the video I'm going to do on it, it's really neat.
I got to say hey to G23. What's going on, buddy? Glad you're here. Uh, I think it would be fun to move them out like to maybe 25 yards and use lever guns or and pistol calibers like 357 Magnum lever guns and Mark's sub 2000. That thing is deadly accurate.
Well, that'll be fun.
I was shooting at what, a 4-inch steel plate, Mark, at 65 yards and didn't miss.
Yeah, just running the steel back and forth. It's fun.
Mark,
I mean,
Jamie, I may or may not have a Barrett 50 on the way.
dang it, man.
It's in lockdown.
So we got Lever Guns 50 out there. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. I need to come to Alabama soon.
And let me tell you, what it'll do to a bowling ball, I would hate to see what it would do to a bowling pin. But hey, I'm all about it.
I'll okay, I will 762.
What's up?
I certainly will. We've had 10-pin matches with 2-man teams that were
That's what
fun.
we used to do. When we had
That's
10 pins, we had two shooters.
That's pretty cool.
I'm very hesitant because I've seen what ammo prices are, and I don't have a press to reload 50 cal because it's so big. And the ammo for it is just astronomically stupid. But I just wanted one. You know, I used to shoot one and enjoyed it, but damn, it's like $9 to $15 a shot. Like, oh my god!
Hey, GGW, how you doing, sir?
Would you quit? Quit!
Hey,
I'm sorry, I got to rag on my dog.
Hobby Hobo had brought up that the pin pin shoots were dying out in his area about 25 years ago. He's
Yeah, they
not
did
the
here
first
too.
person I've heard bring this up. So I'm kind of curious about why did the pin matches start becoming less popular?
I think steel got more popular.
Okay,
Steel wasn't so popular.
all right.
Well, we're seeing that revolution. There's a revolving door. Maybe it'll make a comeback.
Like silhouette died too.
Well, the pin matches will definitely make you a faster, better shooter, especially when you're man on man. Ours run where we have two complete racks. Individual shooters go up. The best time goes on to the next round, and then we do that again. And then and on third round it starts man on man.
We need to get some Martini Henrys and some spinners. I missed that.
We had a lot of fun with a dueling tree and two guys.
That was the first time I ran a lever gun out there in Utah. I had a blast.
Yeah.
Man, lever guns ain't nothing but fun, man. And those pistol caliber carbines, all that stuff, it's just fun.
I need to get my buddy Eric to make us a dueling tree. And next time we all get together, that's going to be some fun right there. We'll just sit there and take lever guns and have a fall.
Chico, get to cranking on that Dylan. I'll send you some supplies.
Yeah, Trent is
Bumping on roots.
out there with the links, so y'all go check our stuff out, and I'm sure most of y'all are subscribed. But
Tread's done started, huh?
if you're not, we appreciate the subs. That's a good point, garage guy. Pump shotguns are fairly easily accessible and can be fun, but you don't. Other than the gallery guns, the little 22s, Henry's starting to make them. And the Henry CW,
Rossi.
Rossi
Right.
too, yeah.
Yeah, Rossi's got some too.
cool.
I'm sorry, I'm eating a chicken pot pie. Angel's not here.
How many of them you gonna eat?
Just two.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I didn't know.
Yeah, the ammo master will do it, Mike. You need to have a bigger size too. They're 1.25 inch hole.
So what size primer are those primers specific to the 50 caliber?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing you might want to. Anybody might want to consider. Can you even get? I mean, you know what? I've seen some, maybe.
I've seen them more than I have others, but
Right.
it's been a minute since I saw them, so I haven't looked either.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s and 70s, Remington made some pump action rifles for hunting. I don't know if I've never owned one. I've shot one or two, but I can't remember much about them. It was so long ago. I'm thinking, yeah, I see the advantage.
I'll be sure to take some pictures because he's got me some primers and bullets and all that set aside because
Hey,
he knows
look.
how to reload.
CCI number 35 primers for a 50 cal BMG, 500 pieces, $3.99.
Yep,
Wow.
it's stupid. It's stupid,
Mm-mm-mm.
but it will be fun.
Yeah.
Of course, there ain't hardly anywhere where I can. Ain't hardly anywhere around here where I can walk the dog
Yeah.
let it stretch his legs.
What do we got
But you
there?
know what? It'd be
Yeah,
fun to have. And
those
you
are
know what?
those are some
After
50 cal.
September, I'm gonna have a lot of expendable income.
Kind of hard to see them, I guess. But
Primed?
yeah, they've got primers in them.
Yeah.
So
You see 'em. Yeah.
Yep.
just kind of see a little bit of difference there. I guess if I would have brought a regular 30 cal case, well, my cat's interested in them
Kitty
now.
wants to see. What do you got there, Dad? Now eat that?
Man, that's $4 in primers right there.
Dang.
3 of them.
Yeah, I don't load them. Now, these are just some that were given to me by a fella that picked them up one day and said, here, these might look good sitting on your bookcase. All right.
No, they're gonna look good going down range. Hopefully, they got a little bit of red dye in the back of them. Whatever.
Well, I got a 50 cal pen,
There you
and
go.
it's actually true to size to a 50 cal, but it's an actual writing pen. That's my desk
There you
pen.
go. I saw one of those yesterday at the auto parts store, and it was an antenna mast, the tip that goes on your antenna mast.
Yep.
And
One of my coworkers at work has one. It's his antenna.
so they still making those, Mike? I didn't think Remington was making much of nothing.
Well, they were up until the debacle there. Right to the end of Remington, they were. They're great. They're great rifles.
They are. And
Pennsylvania. What do they call them? Pennsylvania automatics.
Troy made a pump action AR of her. That's
Yep.
interesting.
Yep, they did. They were popular around here because ARs are a no-no for us. Yep, they were beautiful guns too.
Winchester. There you go. James Pugh says the Remington pumps were 270 Winchester, 35 Remington, Wayland, and 30-06. The only ones I've seen have been 30-06.
We made them in 6mm, 223, two, 300 Savage too, I believe.
All right, for all of you actual Americans, I bought me a Remington 595 22 semi-automatic from a co-worker, and he said, well, I got to make a bill of sale and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to do. And he goes, can I just bring it to you on Monday? I'm like, well, yeah, I ain't planning on shooting on this weekend. But I've acquired that, and it was at a good price. He wants to do all the paperwork and all that, which in Georgia you don't have to, but whatever, whatever. And but I got me a new one. I think I'm gonna give it to Angel because she loves shooting my 22s. I think I'm just gonna give it to her. Here.
I don't know about 243. Remember, it's a Remington product, and Remington had the 6mm. So I'm not sure if they made them in 243 or not. I know they made them in 6mm because we had one.
Interesting. See, that goes back to our reloading manuals. When you buy a reloading manual from a specific company, they're pushing their stuff. It's going to be hard to find load data for different companies' stuff. And in like, if you have a Hornady manual, you're not going to have Sierra bullets listed in the load data, but most of that stuff crosses over, so it's no.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason that I recommend new people, new reloaders, always buy Lyman manual, because Lyman doesn't make bullets or powder. And so they'll have a good selection of everybody else's. And then when you figure out, boy, I really like Hornady bullets, buy a Hornady manual. Boy, I really, really like this IMR powder. Well, buy a DuPont manual or IMR.
Good stuff, guys.
That's the reason. And some people say Lee, but the Lee manual is nothing but copies of everybody else's.
The good thing about the Lee manual, though, is that's a lot of copies of everyone else in one little book.
It's a good blend, yeah.
They don't do any testing either.
You ain't wrong with that. Yeah.
They don't have their own data.
No.
Oh Lord. The boys are back in town.
They could make a killing if they did. Lee sells more bullet molds than anybody else out there.
But the load data in their book is not, they don't test it. It's not proven by them, and it's in their book.
And it varies. It's off a little bit too, so that's why it's always good to have several references.
Yeah, cross-reference. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark and Chico, y'all hear
Well,
that?
nowadays you can use online manuals.
I only use my lead book just for reference.
Yeah.
I never followed exactly.
But though that the part of the lead book before you get to the load data is extremely good if you're going to be casting bullets and using lead molds. And just ignore the part about where they're selling their stuff, particularly the Lee safety scales.
I love mine, Jamie. I don't know why you complain about them, man.
No, send it to Jamie, and we shall destroy it for you.
We have to talk about the Lee scales every time, brother. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's certain things you bash, and the Lee safety scale is one of them. Glocks, that's one of them we have fun with.
Oh, come on now.
Y'all don't like the what if guessing game when you use them? You don't care for that?
So, Jamie, how would you feel if you saw somebody loading ammo for a Glock and measuring his charges on the Lee safety scale?
I would just turn and walk away.
I would not trust. Yes. Totally
Using
agree.
tight group.
Totally agree.
If I see anyone shooting a Glock with reloads, I tend to stay away.
No, come on now. That's the only thing I've ever shot out of my Glock. I've never, or out of any of my Glocks. I've actually on a few. I've never bought factory ammo because I started reloading before I started buying Glocks.
Which barrels do you
Everybody's
have?
saying, well, what about the smiley face and the this and the that? And I've never had a problem with any of them.
Yeah, you normally only get the smiley face with the 40s, the Glock smile on the brass. I've never got any on my 9mm.
That was only with the first and part of the second generation guns. That was fixed like 30 years ago, and people hung up on it still.
Oh, shut up.
Look at GGW right here, y'all. Because that's some things, brother, you just can't unsee. You know what I mean?
but CW, when you buy a Glock, you don't know which generation barrel you're getting in which gun because they
don't sell first generation barrels and fourth generation guns, and you can't possibly get a fourth and a first because they didn't exist at the same time. Unless you mean buying used. You're talking about buying used.
I've never had
just what they're producing. I mean, it's the same barrel all the way through, up until the parchment barrel.
They changed a lot in the way they cut their the feed ramp, the support. It changed a lot from the first generation. The first ones were a lot of problem. They did. That's where they got all their bad rap from. First and the part of the second generation gun barrel.
I've never had a problem out of my 19.
I must have 5 or 6 different Glock 40s. I've never ever smiled a casing. And I shoot a lot.
Yep.
I'm just yanking your chain, man. I'm just yanking it. It's just the whole Glock thing. I just had to feed into that.
You gotta poke the bear. You gotta poke the bear.
I just had to poke it.
Mech
Really?
tech, 10 millimeter. I can smile. I can make beautiful smiles, but that's a little different situation. That's a blowback. So it relies on a really heavy bolt, and if you get the wrong powder mix, powder curve, it makes really scary looking smileys.
I can tell you, as far as semi-automatic pistols, Glock is not my favorite, and I have a plethora of them because I got them at really good deals. Um, Colt, my Colt 45s, I have a couple. I love them. They are special to me. Or actually, one of them special to me. The other one's just one I picked up. Um, then we're gonna talk M&Ps, the Smith and Wesson M&Ps, and I've got quite a few of them. 9 millimeters, 45s, 40 cals, all that. Those are very fantastic firearms, or at least the ones that I have are. I don't know what everybody else's experience is, but oh my goodness. I mean, they are fantastic firearms.
Hey, Big
Hey, Big
Al.
Al. How you doing, sir?
Now, see, Curtis, this right here is something I need to know because I have a Springfield XD, and you know 40's one of my favorite calibers. I think it's probably my favorite semi-auto. That or 45. I like them both. I'm not a.
Jamie, you've shot my M&P 40.
I don't think so.
Well,
Maybe.
I know William knows the difference, but that's something that's also probably a big reason how the smiles got perpetuated. And it's actually what a smile is. And I showed him. I don't have any in front of me, but Glocks have very loose chambers, so they're gonna have a swelled case more than you're gonna get out of other guns of the same caliber.
I have noticed that
So
if
that's
I
not
go
a
to
smile.
if I go to resize the cases, it's different when I shoot them out of the Glock.
Yeah, they're going to be a fatter case, and you'll get a little bit of more of a bulge at the base,
Yeah,
but
you'll
that's not
feel
a
it.
smile.
Yeah.
That's not a smile. A smile is when the case shears at the feed ramp. You know, it shears. It comes. It's a very abrupt, and it looks like a smile. But you
After
can
you,
put them through a bulge buster, but you're going to burst that case. They're very dangerous. You need to, that case is gone. You can't use it again. It's garbage.
Yeah,
But a
my,
swelled case,
my 10 millimeter Glock gave a nice smile.
a swelled case, you know,
Well, I mean, when I shoot mine, it gives me a good smile, but I don't know about the case.
I think I got a picture. I got a picture. I know I got a picture.
Actually, I think you made a video on it.
I did.
Hey, you know what? I think a lot of people, we always have this discussion, but the Glocks, I own 2 Glocks, right? I've never had a problem with either one. Glock 19 Generation 3 or Glock 30 Generation 3. I've never had a problem. I think a lot of people's issue is the grip angle.
Yeah.
Right.
See the wall of the case there? That's sheared. See that step on the inside?
yeah,
There you
that'll
go.
blow a gun up right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you run it through a bulge buster and you'll really see that appear itself. That will really be evident.
That
Yeah,
thing
it'll-
lands back on the unsupported part.
it'll take it right
yeah.
out, but it's gonna blow. It's gonna
I've got several Glocks, and I've never had a problem with it whatsoever. I've reloaded it for my M&Ps because I have M&Ps in 9, 40, and 45. I got a few in every caliber, so I've never had a problem with it. The Glock smile, it's never been a problem, really.
It's not unique to Glocks or to pistols.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly.
Woo!
That's some serious headspace problems right there.
300
I
black.
agree, G23.
Oh wow.
I'm with you there, brother. I don't have a problem, a reliability problem carrying my Glock for self protection, or you just here. You know what it boils down to, and this is just my opinion: the grip angle. If you shoot what you own what you shoot. Eventually, if you're gonna switch guns, it's different firearm frames gonna fit different, but that's why you need to probably practice with whatever you shoot. I don't have a problem carrying my Glock or my CZ, either or, but
Well,
I shoot both of them just great. And you
well,
got to think about the parts, the market for the replacement parts. Glock is going to be way cheaper than any other firearm manufacturer. Plus, everybody
well,
has them. You can get a magazine from anybody. I can get one from Kyle, or not Jamie, but you know what I mean. Jamie don't have a Glock, I don't think.
well. Here you go. Red alert. You ought to be shooting anything that you're going to be carrying on your person anyway, and be familiar with.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
I got plenty of stuff I can carry. And
I shoot what
I'm
I carry. I
familiar with
carry what I
all
shoot.
of them, but you know, before you start carrying something for personal protection, you need to be very familiar with it, no matter what. You know, that kind of stuff. It skips over everybody's mind, and it should not.
Yes, it does, Kyle. And I shoot my carry all the time.
I don't shoot my
tell you,
carry.
I got some
That's good.
nasty pistols, and I carry different pistols different days just for the hell of it. Here in Georgia, even though I have a concealed carry permit, I'll carry a 9 one day, one 9, then I'll carry a different 9. I'll carry a 45. I'll carry a 380. I'll keep my pocket rocket in my pocket. But you need to be familiar with them. You shoot the damn things.
Garage got 879. That was my very first Glock purchase, right there.
Yeah, they ain't worth a crap if you ain't never shot them and don't know what they're gonna do. And if you carry them in your pocket for 6 months and don't do anything with them, they're gonna be so damn nasty they ain't gonna shoot. Take them apart, clean them. I'm not trying to sell gun oil or anything like that, but damn, it surprises me that people that carry around a concealed carry gun and hadn't cleaned it in over a year. Shoot the damn thing. Take it home, take it apart, clean it, run a brush stud. Put some lube on it. I mean, oh my God. And that is honestly one of the things that makes us gun carriers look bad. Keep it clean. That way it works and everybody's on the same page. You get the superhero that shows up at the church or the school or whatever it is, pulls a gun out, and the thing goes click and doesn't go bang. Hey, you're dead. You gotta keep them clean, man. I mean,
Rebel,
they're
Rebel,
picking up
you
all this dust and pocket lint and everything else. You got to keep them clean.
okay? Rebel, you own a gun store. You sell every gun you get, man.
But I
Hey,
think what he's saying, Jamie, at least what I heard, those first generations bring a healthy price tag.
yeah, I
Around
don't
$2
doubt that.
grand.
Yeah.
$2 grand.
Yeah, I got a buddy's got one. I was like, "You want to sell it?" He was like, "Nope."
I got a buddy that's got one that doesn't know what he has and he still won't sell it.
Yeah, I had to tell my brother.
23 and a first gen 22 and a first generation 4, the Glock 20 I have.
Hey, Chico.
Ghost
you wanna
Rider
buy-
in the side chat.
You want to buy a
Hey,
Colt
Ghost Rider.
1911?
No,
That's because you've held it.
Yeah, I like mine. I got tickled at G23 talking about he's wearing his Glock, talking to the guy in the Birkenstock store. I'm like, that just tickled me. I'm thinking,
There's something wrong with you people. You people. You know what, Mark? If you would drive all the way down here to pick it up, I would sell you a 1911 at a good price. But it's
You
gonna
know,
be about $1,900.
I got a good deal on both 1911s I have. I'm pretty proud of those purchases.
Well, I got a 24 as well.
Wait a minute, Mark. You shot my lightweight commander, right?
I believe so.
I got about 5 gallons of gas I'll give you for that, Kyle.
Damn.
Five and a quarter.
Wait about 2 weeks. I might take you up on that.
Right.
yeah, we're up to, I think it was $4.36 when I passed it today.
Yeah, it
Up to
dropped- it dropped
436.
down a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know why it did, but it
Did
dropped
you hit
down
five
a
and a quarter like everybody else?
No.
No, sir.
No, it was
But it still
four-
hurts. It still
I don't-
hurts us. You
Yeah.
got to understand.
I didn't see 5 and a quarter here. I've seen over 5, 505, 509, but most
I
of the
saw-
time we're under 5 now, but not by a lot.
My
49.
problem is I got my truck running great, and that son bitch got a 35-gallon fuel tank, and it's almost empty because I had to drive it 3 days to work, which is 22 miles one way to get
Uphill
tires put
in the
on it.
snow.
Uphill all the
Uphill
way.
both ways.
ways.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah, I
So-
only let mine get to a quarter and I fill
Well,
it.
no, I was just trying to get
3/4.
tires put on it.
It's no
And,
difference, but it doesn't hurt as bad,
So I had to drive that some bitch 3 days going to work, and it's got a 35-gallon tank. That some bitch is empty. I was like, shit. I don't want to pay that.
See, that's what it boils down to right there, guys. Whatever you're familiar with, whatever you practice with, what works for you is what you're going to like.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
I agree. Hey,
I'm
Hot Boy.
familiar with,
Thanks, Jim.
I love my M&Ps. I never thought I'd say this, but I love my Glock 19. Love it. I even like my 21, but if I'm going to carry a 45, it's going to be my Colt because I've had it for 20 years. I've took it with me in multiple countries and all that stuff, and I just love it. But the M&Ps are great, 9mm. Even the shields, even the little bitty shields. I say little bitty; they're not little bitty, but for what they are small. But the only thing I carry in my pocket is to get me into my car, and if I get in my car, you've had a bad day.
So this is what I'm thinking, Johnny, 1982. I think Lake City is 30% of the consumer market, the civilian consumer market that will be going away. So that's just going to make prices of 5.56 and 2.23 go up, and
Yep.
a guy that fights with his hands is used to using his hands. A guy that don't shoot, don't carry. There's going to be a time though. If hopefully there is never that time. We don't want to. That's what we don't want. We prepare for the worst and pray for the best, and pray that we are prepared if we come to that moment when it's our life or somebody else's life or my wife's life or one of my kids' life, because I'm a whole lot quicker to defend them than I would be to defend myself. But
Amen.
when it comes time to squeeze that round, you've got to understand that you can never get that back.
Yep.
Once that projectile clears the end of that barrel, it is gone and it's going to do what it's going to do, and it don't matter how much praying you do, how much you try. That bullet is gone, and you ain't getting it back. And you've got to live with yourself. You've got to be able to lay down and go to sleep at night, and then get up in the morning and look yourself in the mirror before you go to work. Do I want to shoot somebody? Hell no. That's the last thing I want to do.
That
Sir,
bullet
that
has no
is
conscience.
one of the most truthful statements I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about, you are responsible as a gun owner for every round that comes out of that gun. So if
Yep.
your
There's
aim,
a lawyer attached to it.
yes, sir. So make sure I see all kind of videos like everyone else does. So that's why you practice. That's why you train. That's why you. So Jamie makes an excellent point though. You can't never get that back. So nobody wants to be in that position. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah, you ain't getting that round back.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Let me go ahead, James.
it may be time for another revolution. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, we think a lot about worst case scenario a lot. We keep ourselves armed. We also just gotta kind of think and understand too, if we truly in our hearts believe that things have gotten so bad that we must go about armed, we really truly got to stop and think about what is it we're going out for. Violence is bad out there, and there's one guy not long ago he used to always tell me, he keeps an AR and this and that in his truck. I understand that. That's cool. It's not everybody's logic, but kind of the way I feel about it, sometimes think on it, is if I got to have an AR or an AK to be out and about, do I really need to be out and about? And what am I being out and about for?
Well,
You know?
that's Idaho's point right here.
Mhm.
Yep,
Yes, definitely.
that's it. Compton, Big Al.
Yeah, and being a Christian man, I've had to think a lot about what I would do in that particular situation. And Led Smith and Mark and CW, well, all guys on the panel, you guys have had to think about it too. At when do I use lethal force to defend myself and my loved ones? My loved ones, uh, that's a no-brainer. Nobody's going to hurt them if I'm breathing air. Uh, Myself, as a, our job is to take the gospel to two lost people, and uh, I got to assume, yeah, he did, Big Al, he did. Um, you've got to assume if somebody's coming at you with a gun that they are not saved and are at the point in time you squeeze that round off and you take that person's life, and there's an argument there. Are we really taking that life, or are they? Anyway, so just a lot to be thinking about. So we're at the end of our time. We got to go through the channel and go through the room here and talk about what we got coming up on our channels. And so he did. And Johnny 1982 is right too. Armed society is a polite society. If you think about when you get mad out there driving your car and you think, well, somebody just ought to shoot that guy. He's rude and crude and don't know how to drive. And don't sit there like that, Austin. I know you thought it. You've been in traffic. You drive. You're a male human being. It's like, what you got to think about is that guy's got a gun too, and he might be better with his than I am. So then you stay in your lane. Pick a lane. There you go, Mike. Let my gun, my firearm preach if it comes to that.
Sometimes you got to give preference.
I know, man. That's a tough thing to be thinking about, but I think it's yeah. Tread said he don't think like that.
Well,
No,
I had a guy cut me off today, and at first it ticked me off, and then I started thinking, well, what's on his mind?
Mm-hmm.
What does he have on his plate that made him not pay attention to me? So I backed off. I did the right thing, just backed off and gave him his space.
I'm getting a lot better at that too, because I had a car that would do it, and I love to race and hot foot it and brake check it. And
Well, I mean,
anyway,
in the grand scheme of things, if somebody cuts you off, somebody does whatever, brake checks you, whatever. Be the bigger person,
Yep.
Hopefully your brake system is better than theirs or whatever. But I mean, goodness gracious, people. The world needs a whole lot of better people to just go, he's a dumbass.
good night, Johnny. And
Just let it
Pollard's
go. Just let
Pollard's
that
got
shit go.
So
Pollard's got the line of the night.
yeah, I'll go first on our outros, Jamie, if that's fine.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, side chat, thanks for being here. We really appreciate that. Only one thing I'll touch on and say, everybody had great comments, interaction in the side chat. I want to relate probably certain stuff, those situations we were talking about, probably the competition shooting. We all got a plan until the buzzer goes off. So you never know what you're going to do. So everybody's ultimate goal, I think, is to make it home to their family. That's always my goal. So I always try to back off. But what I got coming up on the channel is nothing. So I want to say happy Father's Day out to all of you gentlemen, step pappies, stand-in daddies, grandfathers, all that. So I hope everyone has a great and safe weekend. We really appreciate it. I'm still trying to figure out my son a channel name, so y'all forgive me. So but that's it for me. I may have a video coming up. Tin Man sent me some of his awesome work. So that's it for me. Kyle, what you got, brother?
I just want to give you and Mark and Jamie and everybody else in the side chat a happy Father's Day greeting.
Absolutely.
I appreciate every single one of y'all. You really don't understand. Uh, I want everybody to be safe this weekend. Don't do anything stupid. And I don't even know what I got coming up. Hell, I ain't even made a damn video in 2 months. I don't, I don't know what I got going. All I know is I'm tired. I got a sleeping dog next to me, and I'm ready to go to
Thanks for being here. Good night, Kyle.
bed.
Led Smith, thanks for being here, brother.
Oh, thank you. And I'll be hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be going on a little vacation next week up in some mountains in South Carolina with the family. But somebody's got COVID, not in my family, but it might affect the trip some kind of how. So I guess that's a thing again. Hopefully it all goes well. As far as videos, I'm really interested in getting back into some of them powder coated bullets on 7.62 by 3.9 and I'd like to do a little bit with that scope super red hot and just kind of show what I come up with and what I think about shooting with the scope on it. And yeah, definitely happy Father's Day to everybody here, and I appreciate everything everyone had to say. And you know, it was real good seeing Viejo in here, so I hope he's having a good evening and everything's going well in his healing. And guys, I'll just let's see if I can get the right direction. Here we go. Wait.
Wake up, Mark.
I'm looking at my bench. Thanks everybody for having me. Thanks for being in the side chat. Looks like we had a good turnout. Blowing up as usual. Happy Father's Day. There are a couple of you that go above and beyond. You know who you are. Thanks for setting the example. And just get out and do some shooting every chance you get. C-Dub, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just happy Father's Day to everybody, and glad to be here. Nothing really planned. I got a couple videos I want to do, but I've been wanting to do them for a couple weeks. I ain't got them done, so we'll see what happens. But that's about it. Just thanks for the side chat. It was a really good night, really good chat, really good participation. I think we had over 60 people. That was pretty amazing. Great to see Walter. Walter had a video today. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. He's home. He's on the mend, and it's good to see him and good to have him back with us. What's going on over there, Mr. Hot Pot? What do you got coming?
Oh, well, first off, Jamie, CW, Mock, Led Smith, Chico, man, great to be a part of this illustrious panel. It's a pleasure. It is. I'm very thankful. Side chat, wonderful tonight. Been rocking it out. Great questions, great subject matter. It was off topic of what we were supposed to do, but equally as well. Equally well. I got a video coming out. I got a couple more to make. We got some practice this weekend with some pistol practice clubs. Other than that, man, just trying to live, love, laugh, and reload.
All right. Guys, thank y'all for being here to help us out with this. And the side chat, you guys are why we do what we do. There's no odd or strange questions, buddy. You got questions, that's why we're here. And like I heard a guy say earlier today, collectively, we know or can find out pretty much anything and everything. Do I know everything? Heck no, but I'm smart enough to know that I don't know what I don't know. And that's an advantage. All right, let me see if I can do this correctly. All right, Tuesday night is the Reloading Podcast. Wednesday night is Chris from the 740. Thursday, AR Gun 76. Friday night is Echo. Saturday night is G23, followed by Uncle Jim. check out the Reloaders Network. Check out, y'all can get in touch with us on Discord. Most of us are over there. And Dave, there's Dave again. Thanks for being here, brother. With that, we're going to bid y'all a happy Father's Day weekend. Fathers, thank you for what you do. I am one. I'm going to tell you something. I know I've sacrificed a lot for my kids, and I know the rest of you have too. We hope the Lord blesses you all real good. And if He's willing, we'll see you next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.